Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't see you there. Hey everybody, I have an idea for a game. You want to play? That's too bad, you're watching. So, we're going to play a game. I am going to show you pictures of stuff on screen, and then you get to tell me where they're from. Or you get to tell me the country of origin. That's the same thing. Anyway, let's begin. First of all, we have, that's right, America. Second of all, we have, that's right, China. Third of all, we have, that's that's me. The America. Ohio? You see, there's a couple differences between me and that book. It's from China. I'm from America. It's a book. I'm a person. But what does this whole introduction mean? I'm sure no one is asking that question right now, but I'm going to tell you anyway. At my undisclosed university, I am currently enrolled in a class that is named The Travels of the Monkey King in China and Abroad, also known as Asian 362. When I was looking for a humanities credit to take, I found that class. It seemed too odd not to take. So, being a reasonable college student, I signed up for it. So on the first day of class, our professor had us do like introductions, go around the room, state your major, your name, what year are you, and your relationship to the Monkey King.
What did he say?
What? Relationship to the Monkey King? I've never heard of the Monkey King before in my entire life, let alone, I don't even think I have a relationship with him. What does he want me to say? As most introductions do, they start at the front of the classroom and they work their way back to the back of the classroom. I am a cool kid. I sit in the back of the classroom. You want to know how I'm a cool kid? I like to do cool kid things, like speed on the highway. Anyway, as the introductions began to like snake their way across to the back of the classroom, most of the people had a relationship with the Monkey King. That either like watched it as kids, watched it recently, and it was sort of like they were reminiscing over an old friend. But I did not. When it was my turn to make introductions, I stated the following facts. Jesse, sophomore, chemical engineering, and I have no idea. I felt like an outsider looking into other people's childhood memories because they all have fond memories of the Monkey King. I felt like I was a kid in detention that was watching other kids during recess have fun. Above anything, I was confused, concerned, and sad that I didn't have a relationship with the Monkey King. After the first class ended, we all parted our ways, all the different students, they all went in their own different ways, and I headed to Calc 3. Big mistake. But that's not the story for today. Today, I will be telling you about the story of my relationship with the Monkey King and what I've learned about him during this class. Cue the title card! What? What do you mean we don't have a title card? I didn't pay nothing to not have a title card. Anyway, let's just move on with it, okay? Oh, you weren't supposed to see. Anyway, for the rest of the video, I'm going to be sitting because I think sitting is much cooler than standing. Also, my feet kind of hurt. Anyway, let's start at the beginning, like most stories do, unless you're Christopher Nolan. For the first few class periods, our professor had us read precursors to the novel, where I understood that there was religious undertones that encapsulated the text. Some of the articles argued that there was a Buddhist undertone to the text, versus some other articles argued that there was a Taoist undertone to the text. But even still, some even argued that there was no religious undertone to the text, that someone just wrote the text for fun, which I don't understand why, because it's over 100 chapters and that just seems a little over the top, if you know what I mean. But throughout the text, I saw the name of the Monkey King, Sun Wukong. But that name sounded familiar to me. Did I hear about the Monkey King before I took this class? Did I know about Sun Wukong? Oh, yes, I did. On September 11th of 2000, that is the wrong story. On August 1st of 2012, there was a video released on YouTube under the channel Munching Orange. This was a Pokemon Let's Play of a Pokemon ROM hack, where he chose his starter Pokemon to be Chimchar. Chimchar is a monkey Pokemon. Do you know what else is a monkey? Wukong. From there, he named his monkey Pokemon Wukong, and there was my first encounter with the Monkey King. As you can see from that image, I use Opera GX, the browser for gamers. Also, do you want to know who sponsored this video? No one, because this is a video for my class and this is my first YouTube video. Thank you for that sponsored segment. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Where am... Anyway, back to Monkey King. As stated before, the Journey to the West has 100 chapters to it. But our professor had us read an abridged version written by Tony Yu, or Anthony Yu as his professional name. There are a couple of benefits to reading the abridgment when compared to reading the original text. Number one is that it's in English. I look like I can't read Chinese, and that if you are thinking that, then you are correct. Second of all is that it's a lot shorter. The abridgment of Journey to the West only has 35 chapters when compared to the original 100 chapters, and thankfully this is a win in my book because I'm illiterate.
What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
I took this class to be a humanities credit, but it's more than a humanities credit to me. I found it to be an acting class where I want to drop out of college to no longer become an engineer, but to become an actor. I found my passion. My passion is to be an actor. Who do you think I am? I don't want to be an actor. I want to sit down all day and crunch numbers and cry when I go to sleep. I want to be an engineer. After the entirety of the abridgment was read, our professor had us go up in front of the class in groups and perform parts of the abridgment kind of like an acting class. There was even a part in the class where he had us take a part from the abridgment and have us directly transcribe it into a screenplay. And honestly, I felt like Quentin Tarantino had nothing on me when we were writing all of those lines. Dear viewer, you may be asking yourself, you look familiar. I do. That's because if you've seen this movie right here, I was the body double for Maui. I was the body double in case the animation accidentally got hurt doing one of his stunts. I would be there to fulfill the role. I was The Rock's understudy. I guess you could call me The Rock, but smaller. All of this is background information because when we were performing Monkey King plays in our classroom, I was decided to become the Monkey King, and I pursued that role very diligently. I feel like I should have been nominated for an Oscar, but no one understands art nowadays. They just looked at me and said, Jesse, why are you rolling on the floor right now? Get up, we have to perform. And I said, I am. After my Oscar-worthy performance, we moved on to adaptations of the Monkey King in modern-day media. Did you know, in Dragon Ball Z, Goku was based on Sun Wukong? Oh, you knew that fact about Dragon Ball Z? Oh, well, did you know that on January 6th of 2021, I was celebrating my 19th birthday? When I first came into this class, I remembered Sun Wukong as a very distant memory that was tied to Pokemon. But as I'm leaving this class, I know Sun Wukong for what he is. He is not only a myth, but also a legend. I still see Sun Wukong or the Monkey King as a foreign concept, but that's only because I've known him for about 4 months of my life. I understand why China has built such a giant catalog under the Sun Wukong title. The more I think about Sun Wukong, the more I'm trying to figure out an equivalent to what an American Sun Wukong would be. Not what an Americanized version of Sun Wukong would be, but what is Sun Wukong to the Americans? I look at Mickey Mouse the same way I look at Sun Wukong. Now that may sound like a bold statement to make, but hear me out. If we were to make a comparison list of similarities between Sun Wukong and Mickey Mouse, I feel like there would be a lot. One similarity that they would have would be that they lasted the test of time. Although Mickey Mouse has only been around since 1928 and Sun Wukong has been around since 1592, Mickey Mouse has been around a lot longer than other cartoons have. And that's why I think when compared to other cartoons, Mickey Mouse has lasted the test of time. Because we've seen him in a lot of different places. We've seen him on TV shows, we've seen him on those little flipbook animation things, Steamboat Willie. We've seen Mickey Mouse through a lot of different mediums of art. The same thing with Sun Wukong. And that gets me to point number 2. They've traversed different mediums. Now, that doesn't mean that they've gone from small to large, or even skipped from small to medium to large, or even anything like that. I'm just saying that throughout history, different art forms have been used. And last but not least, when we think of entertainment within America, there's usually only one thing that comes to mind, and that is Disney. And let's play one final game. Who is Disney's mascot currently? That's right, if you guessed anyone other than Mickey Mouse, you're wrong. But if you guessed Mickey Mouse, you're right. So, that leads me to the point that Mickey Mouse is synonymous with entertainment within the US, the same way that Sun Wukong is synonymous with entertainment in Chinese culture. Maybe not synonymous, maybe synonymous was the wrong word, but have a big impact would be the correct word. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else you want me to say, unless you want me to do an encore. Okay, I won't do any encores, I promise. I will stop talking, alright? I'll see you later, I guess. Is he supposed to leave? He's still... is he supposed to leave? He's just... Okay. I'm supposed to end it. Oh, I didn't know